people don't realize what an accountant can do for them or the impact they can have on their business. I think the standard relationship people have with their accountant is once or twice a year. Here's your tax return, here's your accounts, thank you very much, see you next year. And I think that is the standard expectation for a lot of clients, and maybe the reason why a lot of business owners don't use accountants, because they think it is just a filing exercise, when in reality what we do at Carthy Accountants is we work with the client throughout the year and bring them in before the year end. So a pre-year end meeting is asking the client to come in, sit them down with us, and we pull up the numbers before the year end to look at how the accounts potentially will look, and is that aligned to where they see the business going and how the figures will read for that year. And we do that typically 1 to 2 months before the year end, because it gives us time then to make and work with the client on any adjustments, any planning. Corporation tax is a consideration, but more than just the tax.
Yeah, I think that's all really, really valid points, Adam. And contrary to one thing that we said at the beginning of this conversation, which is people are now thinking with cloud software, they can do without an accountant. Actually, one of the greatest tools we have in our arsenal now is cloud software.
100%. It's really important to notice that the cloud software is a tool. Long gone are the days when we used to get sometimes even CDs or a USB with a Sage backup that they've brought us 6 months after the year end, and we've just got historic data. We haven't got anything that's relevant. So yeah, we can produce your year-end accounts, but we then can't use that information to shape your growth as you're going. So it's fantastic cloud software, and I would never suggest people shouldn't use it. They just need to recognise it's a tool. It's not a solution to the end product.
What we're basically talking about is having a finance, although it's going to be outsourced, but a finance department. And the only companies that could really afford those were companies that had internal finance department who could draw up monthly management accounts, that sort of thing. What we now have the ability to do is anybody can have that information. Not just the big companies with, head of finance sat in their big desk and everything, and people scurrying around and all the ledgers and everything like that. We literally have the ability for any business, no matter what size, to have their key information in front of them at all times. And on top of that, as we've just said, by using an accountant, have the expertise to interpret that information to help our business run.